What a race weekend, I shall say. Not only with the NASCAR Nationwide Series being at Road America, we had the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Sonoma today. I will say, NASCAR needs to add more road races because they were both very exciting. With yesterday, Brendan Gaughan was the winner, and he was very emotional in his interview, as many have seen. If you haven't seen his interview, I highly recommend it because he's very emotional. It's his first ever Nationwide Series win, and I believe he said in his interview it's been 10 years since he's won a race, so it's been a long time coming for Brendan, and I'm pretty happy to see a guy like him win, especially at a road course where it takes a lot of skill to get the job done and get the victory. And the race, watching the cars race in the rain was pretty fun. So if there's rain, NASCAR, please let the drivers race. As you said, they are the best in the world at what they do, and you should allow them to run in the race and separate the men from the boys are. Now, today's race in the Sprint Cup Series, there was no rain whatsoever. There was pure, just no clouds in the sky. It was cloudless, I believe, and the racing was pretty extreme. We had comers and goers, and throughout the entire race, and at the end of the day, after all the spins and all the troubles, we had Mr. Carl Edwards win at Sonoma. So when he won, I was pretty happy that he was able to win. I think this is Roush's second ever win at Sonoma. The only other one was Mark Martin back in the 90s. So it was cool to see Carl win, and I know he's really good on road courses. To see him win at Sonoma was pretty cool, and the race itself was pretty awesome. I felt like from the drop of the green flag, there were spins everywhere around the racetrack, especially the one with Matt Kenseth. My goodness, it was unfortunate what happened as they were going through the S's, and Dale Jr. hit a curb, and once he got the curb, he shot to Kenseth's right rear and spun him around into the tire barriers, and the front end was destroyed, and he's trying to drive away, but there was no way to drive away from that. But it was a really good race. I felt like both races this weekend, I felt like as a fan, got me very, very tuned in. Just seeing the style of racing that drivers have. Some are more passive, some are more aggressive when it comes to road courses. But I was a little surprised when it came to Sonoma today that most of the road guys like Marcus Ambrose and AJ Allmendinger, well, AJ was running up front, but I was surprised Marcus wasn't, but I guess they didn't get the car set up to his liking. But we'll see what happens at Watkins Glen later this year with those guys. But overall, with the review of both races, I feel like NASCAR should add more road courses, especially with the Sprint Cup schedule. Add Road America. Add other tracks that you're able to with road courses. Make it interesting, because 2 road course races, in my opinion, isn't enough. We need more of these races. As a fan, as I said before, I was very in tune with the race, and I was very in tune to watch the race. It wasn't just, how should I put it? It was exciting to see every car go through every corner, because you didn't know what would happen, basically. At least in my perspective, you didn't know if someone would get spun out or if they were going to get side by side after the corner. It was a bit of an unknown, and as a fan, I do like surprises, but hopefully they went for my drivers, but unfortunately that didn't happen with my drivers. But the racing overall was great, and the Cup guys will be going to Kentucky next, and should be an interesting bout. I believe Jimmy Johnson won it last year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure if I'm correct on that, but it should be an interesting race, and we shall see who gets to win next week. But congrats to Brendan Gaughan and Carl Edwards winning the races this week, and great races, I will say. For those who haven't seen the races, if there are any full races on YouTube, I suggest you watch them, because they're great races. And as a fan, I was in tune to see both races to the end, and both of them did not disappoint. So this is NASCAR Fan 02 signing off, and thank you for watching my video. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. And once again, great job by Brendan Gaughan and Carl Weathers for getting the victory. This is NASCAR Fan 02 signing off.